right, so here's where we're at. It's Saturday morning. He's getting it jacked up just enough, so that's good, so that I can pull forward. We hit a tail light, luckily didn't do any damage to mine. We're just gonna hook a chain to it and drag it through the lot, and then I'm gonna re-back into it, hook up, and then back straight in, because I got from over there to here. I go up the hill, I heard a crunch. These things were shot anyway, but it hit the tail light. So I'm gonna pull forward. I'm gonna have him pretty much film most of it, so I'm gonna get set up and then we'll have him. After fighting that steering for a while, I just strapped it off. We got it in. We're gonna pull the motor like right about here, and then set them next to each other, start moving stuff over. We gotta get that out, but there's a guy we got one stuck up there on the hill, so I don't know how we're gonna get the other one out. While we're waiting for that semi up there to move, we're gonna get this one pintled up, get the wheels off of the back so it doesn't hang. As you guys will see, we have the torque converter and everything. I don't want that spinning and tearing up my strap. So we're gonna get the wheels straight, and then we're gonna tie the wheels down, or the steering wheel down, so this one doesn't turn either. Then we should be good. But these are 24 millimeters. Alright, the semi that's stuck, we're gonna go get him out. I'm not gonna film it for like privacy and respect reasons, but he's stuck, so we're gonna get him out and then give him a running start. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you guys know how it is afterwards. We just moved that out of his way, so let's go. Well, we got him out, we got him up the hill, and then turn around and back down, so he's just gonna leave rather than trying to park at his spot. Is right there next to the gooseneck, but he already got stuck up there, so it just wasn't worth it. Alright, we got the truck back there. We're just gonna go put this up on the hill. This usually isn't this complicated. It's literally just like, this is something that takes me 10 minutes to do, right? It's not that big a deal. A forklift would be great, but at the same time, you can't use a forklift on this shit here, so. He was gonna try to park that trailer up there, but he'd never got that with this snow and ice. Like, see if I spin it all. Little bit. So we're just gonna put it right in front of that truck there, but I can't turn super hard. All right, so we're gonna get this seat pulled out. I'm just gonna go and get a seat cover for the air seat that we're gonna be installing in here. So we got this wire right here. You know what? I'm gonna make it easier and just lift the whole seat up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Rather than spending the $300 on getting it reupholstered for now, we're just gonna go and spend that money on the reels. So one plug, everything's undone. We'll get this bolt, this bolt. There is one nut underneath the front, two nuts underneath the back, and then these two bolts here. So we'll get those taken care of. And then here's one of the brackets. That goes into the floor. That'll sit up something like that. here's the air seat over here. Put that in. We got all the lines for it and everything, so we just need the other bracket up there. This is the front one, and probably just drill a hole. We're gonna probably just put a seat cover over top of it to kind of deal with that. So that right there is why we had to do that. So when he smashed the frame, the bolt was stuck in it. There's the bolt. So pretty much it was kind of in there like that, but sandwiched. So cool, now I can get. So I got all the bolts out, but I'm slowly fighting that one right there. I got the back two, those were pretty easy, but basically I'm putting the wrench on it, moving the seat forward, and then grabbing it from there. We got all the bolts out. I'm gonna try to center this up so we can pull it out. All right, so we got the seat. Oh, I don't like it. We got the last one out. The seat belt one right here. I'm gonna put a clip between that so we keep the seat belt laid out. But yeah, so we'll nicely loom that up. Here's the new one. It's super simple. It's just an up and down, and then an airbag on the bottom. This thing's in really good condition. Other than that, but nothing a seat cover can't take care of. Oh, we got the seat in. Here's the airline for the Firestone bag. Like I said, this thing's in decent condition. So what I think we're gonna do, I don't know yet if I'm gonna hook up the air, but I have everything set up for it because it already seems like it sits a little high. So I don't know. Probably gonna drop it all the way down, and then I think, not sure what the deal is with that. I'm gonna get that to go back a little bit. Might have to hook up the air, we'll see. So I'm gonna use the factory bolt, but there's no nut on the back, so luckily I had a nut. So we're gonna reuse that for the center because the truck it came out of did not have a center console. It had that steel one, so like for the seat. So, but eventually this is gonna get replaced. I want the business console from the Mega Cab, so let me know. All right, so everything's in. It's tight. I just gotta figure out this lever here. I'm pretty sure works the forward and back there, so I'm gonna hook it up temporarily just to see how it works, and then we'll hook it up correctly because I gotta order fittings and whatnot. Oh. All right, we got her up to 40. I don't know what that does. Ooh, it goes even lower. I don't know what that's for. I'm gonna sit on it and see what it does. Oh, man. It goes down. Doing something. Air seat up. Oh, I think I'm out of air. Turn the compressor back on. Just have this little guy up here. Yeah, I think we're getting low. Let that fucker run. Alright, so I got it figured out. Turns out it was just seized, so I pulled the bolt and everything. And now we have recline. This one's lumbar, so I'm gonna get it all set up, but probably just gonna run the seat as low as I can. Yeah, let's move her back a little bit. Not the most comfortable seat in the world. It's definitely gonna need, let me see. So that's low. Probably put just a little bit of air in it. That's perfect right there. And then we'll take out some lumbar. Definitely needs to be cloth, but besides that, I think right about there is perfect. Gonna lose some air pressure here when I pull this line off, but... Alright, we're riding around with the seat, and I was looking online, and they do sell new seat cushions and everything, and all the parts to maintain this thing, so that's pretty sweet. And that means that I don't have to go get the thing reupholstered. Also, I'm gonna show you guys something. Oh, so, hold on. There we go. So, for you guys wondering, I have no lights on the dash of my truck. Like, I even got rid of the seatbelt light. All you have to do is put a little connector in the plug, and I heat shrunk it, made it all nice and factory looking, and everything's good. So I don't know how I feel about the seat. If I got a good enough offer on it, I'd probably get rid of it, but I think what I'm gonna do is just sell the other seat because it was still a good seat. But I like my cloth. We'll see how it feels when I throw cloth on it. But I'm coming to the realization, let me throw my fog lights back on, that I did not buy enough trans. If you guys can see, HP settings. So on level 3, which is extreme, it doesn't slip at all. But level 4, which you guys know me, I like my level 4. I have 50 over injectors and running about 40 pounds-ish of boost. And you guys will see, let me spool this bitch. I can slip it. So, did not buy enough trans. I need more trans. So, I don't know. Did I waste $5,100 or did, what do you guys suggest in the comments? What do you think? Because I got a billet converter. I think it was Eagle Transmissions. Yeah, I think that's who it was. So it's like they're not... I don't know. I'll get you guys' advice on that. 48 REs and whatnot. Should we trade for a manual swap or what? If I put it down to level 3, it doesn't slip at all. So I've just been, like, as long as I don't spool the turbo in overdrive, it's fine. I just can't use all of the power. The second it locks up, I think it slips the converter, but it doesn't slip unlocked, so I don't really know. But that's my rant. We'll probably end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed the shit show. Towing videos coming very soon, and these welding beds are coming very soon as well, these flatbeds. So hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm enjoying not having any lights or check engine lights, but Bertha's running great. We will need a steering box soon though. It's been about a year. Guys told me that tightening the steering box is just gonna ruin it. I think it's been over a year now since I've tightened my steering box, and we're just now starting to have a little bit. I probably could tighten it more, but I don't know. I'm looking at redheads. So I'm gonna end it there. See you guys. If you need anything, cpstevemiller.com.